Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Neil.
We're excited to be answering your most frequently asked cannabis questions.
We'll be doing this through a series of quick, digestible Q&As with some of the most interesting characters in the cannabis space and the broader culture at large.
Today, we're spending 420 seconds with Tim Crow. Tim is the managing director of Hemp Harvest, a hemp seed manufacturing company based in Tasmania. Tim works with local farmers to produce hemp seeds, which they then process into their range of ingredients, including hulled seeds, protein powders, and hemp seed oil, used in the food and cosmetic markets. In 2019, Tim was awarded the Churchill Fellowship to further develop expertise in the cultivation, manufacturing, science, and policy surrounding hemp. Tim will break down the hemp plant, specifically looking at its nutritional value and the positive impact it has on the planet.
Tim, thanks for your time.
All right, thanks for having me.
So, hemp products, we're starting to see them become more mainstream, both domestically and internationally. Can you talk to us about the products and I suppose how they differ from medicinal cannabis?
Yeah, sure. So I think probably the best way to start would be just to give hemp like a classification. So hemp is basically all varieties of cannabis with less than 1% THC, THC being the compound with all the psychotropic effects. So basically, hemp's been utilized, throughout history, predominantly as like a fiber, a plant-based fiber, and also for its, really highly nutritious seeds, and also its therapeutic compounds as well. In Australia, you're allowed to cultivate hemp as long as it's less than 1% THC, and the predominant market in Australia is actually for the seeds because of all the food properties like that it has in the seeds. So the hemp seed itself is really high in protein, also really high in unsaturated fatty acids. It also has quite a density of fiber and a number of vitamins and minerals as well, which really aid in the proper functioning of our health. So to get a bit more technical on the protein side of things, the protein it's got two types of protein in it. One type is found in our own blood, and the other protein is the same protein found in egg whites. So it's really highly bioavailable, and it's basically really great for just as a building block of our cells. And so then the essential fatty acids in there are in they're omega-3, 6, and 9. So they're basically the ideal ratio, which is about 2.5 to 3 to 1 of omega-3 and 6, which is basically what the human body thrives on. It's got this incredibly it's got an incredible, nutrition base that we should really be utilizing it. We're just not exploiting it enough in our diets.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's a little surprise it's being touted as a superfood with all those benefits there. So outside of the whole hemp seeds, what other products are currently commercially available over the counter in Australia?
So there's the seeds, as you mentioned, there's also protein powder as well, and hemp seed oil, and then there's also a flour as well. So basically, the protein powder can be used, anything from sort of powder blends, bars, cookies, things like that. And then the oil is found in, basically, just your standard consumable, like, your fish oil or your flaxseed oil, but also, in capsules and, salad dressings and things like that. And because hemp is gluten-free, the flour is used in a range of different, baking products as well. That's basically the breakdown of those products, and they're basically the concentrated forms of the whole hemp seeds.
So there's other products out there that claim to have omega-3 and omega-6. What is it about hemp seeds that are superior?
Hemp is, compared to other seed oils, it has the highest proportion of polyunsaturated fatty acids. So basically, we should all really be included in our diet because, most people know the benefits of essential fatty acids, whether it's brain health, heart health, just general well-being. It's something we should all really be including in our diet. And I think hemp being a plant-based source of these omega fatty acids means that we can, minimize our reliance on fish oil, which is, known to be really detrimental to, ecosystems and the fish populations in our oceans. So I think it's it's definitely something we need to really start incorporating into our diet.
Yeah, right. In fact, Neil and I's journey with hemp started with replacing fish oil for hemp seed oil, not just because of that omega profile that you spoke of, but also for ethical reasons, given the gross overfishing of the oceans at the moment. With that said, could you also speak to the sustainable benefits that hemp brings to the air we breathe and the soil we walk on?
So per acre, hemp actually sequesters more carbon than 4 acres of forest.
Wow.
Because of the fact that it grows really quickly, it sequesters a lot of carbon, which then gets stored back into the soil. And so once the carbon's in the soil, it's in a much stabler form than when it's in the atmosphere. And so plants actually can use that carbon to then basically it acts as almost like a nutrient that the organisms in the soil feed off, which then feed the plant roots, which then feed the plants. So basically, it's a really great crop to use in a rotation because of the benefits that it has for subsequent crops. And it also, because of the really deep root system, it taps into different nutrients in the soil, which aren't usually found with surface layer roots, and also improves the soil structure for later crops.
Mate, there's lots of benefits there from a sustainability and a health point of view. Where do you see the future of hemp products, and specifically in Australia?
I think it's going to become a much more a much bigger staple of our diet, I guess. So I think it'll form a much major part of our diet, just basically because we are moving towards a more plant-based future. I think we are all started to reduce our reliance on meat, and I think hemp is really this incredible food source that can help us with that transition. Given the fact that one of the problems with moving to a plant-based diet is that you don't have the same amount of protein in your diet. Hemp is incredibly high in plant-based protein. And the dehulled seeds are really easy to incorporate in your diet as well. So whether it's in salads or soups or smoothies, breakfast cereals, anything like that, it's really easy to incorporate along with the other products as well. And on top of that, you've got this really high density of omega-3, 6, and 9 as well. So I think that those two components alone, not even mentioning all the vitamins and minerals involved in it, are really beneficial for our diet. I think we're going to incorporate it more and more as time goes on.
Well, it certainly sounds like that hemp's as beneficial to the planet as it is to humans. Thanks for your contribution to the industry, and thanks for your time.
Good to be here.